Welcome to the No Spin News, Wednesday, August 7th, 2024. Stand up for your country. So I'm going to get right into our election coverage. It's what everybody wants these days, and I think we have the best coverage in the world of the American electorate. I may be bragging a little bit, but I'm always open. If you see something that's not fair, or if we misstate or something like that, you let me know, and we'll give you the address later on. So the battle lines of the vote in November are now clearly drawn. Everything is in place, and that is the subject of this evening's Talking Points memo. So as we reported yesterday, Kamala Harris's running mate, Governor Walz of Minnesota, is a mirror of her. And it's exactly the same thing as what Trump did. So J.D. Vance is mini-me, although I think he's bigger than Trump, to Trump, and Walz is mini-me with a gender difference to Kamala. All right, so there it is. And it's the far left versus libertarian capitalism. I'll define that a little bit, but that's what it is. The race isn't between Trump and Harris. It's not what the vote is about in November. Americans will decide exactly what kind of a country we will have in the short term. You can just plug different people in. Could be Bernie Sanders against Marco Rubio. Now, that's what Americans have to zero in on. Okay? You are voting for a style of government, not an individual. People don't have no clue about that, but let me back it up. Okay, so Trump, if he wins, will run the country the way he did from 2017 to 2021. Low inflation, growth, real wages up about 7%, deal after deal after deal after deal overseas, tariffs to punish countries he believes are ripping us off, conservative social pronouncements. He's not a culture warrior, Donald Trump, but he'll take the MAGA side because that's his base. That's how Trump will govern. Kamala Harris will try to change everything about American society. There's nothing traditional that she respects. Nothing. Therefore, the Harris-Walz ticket is the most leftist presidential duo in history by far. Second, George McGovern, Sergeant Shriver, the Kennedy brother-in-law, 1972. Nixon waxed them. Far different country back then, as everybody knows. But it was a stunning landslide for Nixon, who was a conservative. I don't think the landslide's going to happen this time around. Now, Harris-Walz, no matter what they say, and they'll say anything, and so will Trump-Vance. They'll say anything. You can't just believe it. So Harris-Walz, if they win, everybody's taxes go up. And they'll say, oh no, people earning $400,000 or less, not going to. BS, the biggest BS in the world. Because they'll try to slap taxes on corporations who immediately turn around and charge us more for their products. It's exactly what's going to happen. That's what the insurance agencies have done under Biden. That's what car prices, home prices, everything up. And there are no limits to what Harris-Walz will do. Do you realize the state of Minnesota, which I know pretty well, so I spent some time up in the Boundary Waters, up by International Falls. The state of Minnesota is a rural state, only one big city, Minneapolis, St. Paul. Fifth highest tax burden in the country. Fifth highest under Walz. He taxes everything. Oh, I'm a regular guy. I got my little cap on. He'll pick your pocket all day long, Walz. Don't give me any of that, you phony. You are the biggest tax spender. He came in with almost $3 billion in surplus. Gone. Every liberal cause, free this, free that. Everything is picked up in Minnesota if you're an undocumented alien. It's worth your while not to go to Mexico, go to Canada, get a canoe and row over to Minnesota, because you'll get everything free, plus a driver's license. Okay? Harris-Walz. Open borders all day long, legalization for every undocumented here. That's who they are. In addition, DEI, diversity, equity, inclusion, all day long. Skin color will matter in the employment area. Awful. All right? Woke. Oh, man. If you're conservative, you're not going to get due process. No way. No way on earth you will. Okay? And no restrictions on abortions up until birth. 3 countries in the world, as I've reported, have it. 3 non-communist nations. The Netherlands, Singapore, and Canada. That's it. Every other country on the planet goes, no, that's too barbaric to be killing an unborn child a week before it's supposed to be birthed. We have to regulate that. Not them, not Walz. He signed the law in Minnesota. Okay? Less police power. Reimagining the police. Both of them want to do it. Okay? They don't want the police to have much power at all. Fewer guns. Even though Walz is a hunter, he spinned 180 degrees, and now he'll confiscate if he can. Okay? On and on and on and on. There isn't one far left tenet, not one, including wealth tax, all of that these two don't support. So I'm watching a rally in Philadelphia, and these people, what are you applauding for? What? Exactly what is it? What I just laid out, that's okay with you? And the answer is yeah. Millions of Americans want a colossal government to tell them what to do every day and to give them money. That's what it comes down to. These people, oh, the system's rigged, I'm black, I can't get ahead, I'm this, I'm that, I'm trans, like that, boom, give me money. And that's what the far left does. Income redistribution. That's what they're cheering for. They're cheering for Walz. People don't know where he is. In Philadelphia last night. Kamala Harris is dangerous. Walz is dangerous. The danger team. Okay. So if you vote for Trump and the Republicans, you are voting not for the man Trump. Because believe me, as I have reported, sometimes you just have to shake your head. I think President Trump did a good job in his term. But the stuff he says, can't defend it. Can't defend it. Okay? But you are voting to keep the American system in place. That's what you're voting for if you vote GOP. If you vote Democrat, you want to blow it all up. And again, millions of people want to blow it all up. So, I don't know how the election is going to go. I just don't know. The debate will be huge. Because if Trump does manage to define how dangerous Kamala Harris is, forget about Walz. Walz doesn't matter. Then he'll win. And I guess I am so egomaniacal, O'Reilly, egomaniacal. I would love to be on that stage with Kamala Harris or Walz. I would love to be there to represent you. And even if you like them, because because I know what they are, what they've done. No small ball, no skin color stuff, no Master Sergeant Command, Master Sergeant, none of that BS. That doesn't matter. Read my message of the day, all right? I just tick it off on BillO'Reilly.com, which is open to everybody. The final thing is that the media is thrown in with the leftists. I know it's inexplicable. I know it. But these people are so fanatically ideological and they hate Trump to a level that no president other than Abraham Lincoln has ever been hated. If Trump, this is going to be controversial, but I believe it's true. If Trump were killed in Butler, Pennsylvania, all right, you think a lot of those people will be grieving? Okay. So, summing up, personal freedom on the ballot. Democracy's on the ballot. No. Democracy's not on the ballot. Our democracy is fine. We're going to vote. Okay? Personal freedom versus colossal government. But millions of Americans want the colossal government, and the press is going to push that all day long. And that is the memo. That is 11 minutes and 15 seconds. You can get a transcript if you're a BillO'Reilly.com concierge or premium member. You should. You work hard to support yourself and your family, but it may seem like you never take that next financial step forward. If the bills are higher than what you bring in, a credit card might be what's making up the difference for you. The problem is the debt keeps on growing. Well, if you own a home, my friends at American Financing can help you break that cycle. American Financing saves people like you an average of $854 a month. Even better, it costs nothing to find out how much you can save. And if you call American Financing today, you might be able to delay 2 mortgage payments. So start your journey towards being credit card debt-free. Please call 888-462-9557, 888-462-9557, or visit AmericanFinancing.net. Okay, the squad's falling apart. These are the radical left House of Representative members. So Cori Bush got whacked in the primary. Her district is in eastern Missouri, our 1st congressional district. All right, there it is, St. Louis County. She got blasted by the county prosecutor, Wesley Bell. So she's gone. Cori Bush. Cori Booker's still around the Senate. Cori Bush is gone. And in case you don't know who she is, roll the tape.
Yeah, let me tell you, it's not surprising because this place is where 1,700 members of Congress, this elected body, enslaved black people. It's not surprising because they thought it was right. It's not surprising because this is a place where members continue to claim that the insurrection on the Capitol just appeared to look like a normal tourist visit.
I'm sorry to laugh, but she's out. So she joins Jamal Bowman, New York. He got booted. He's another squad member. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Alexandria, is safe because she's in a district in the Bronx where I'm not going to look down on the district, but let's just say I'm adding the bottom. She's safe. Okay, California, which is Kamala Harris, wants to make America California. That's what she wants. So they passed a minimum wage law, $20 an hour. Well, your fast food, your anything, deli, car wash, $20 an hour, okay? Plus tips, plus whatever. So what has happened? What are the unintended consequences? 98% of California fast food restaurants hiked prices, 98%, according to the Employment Policies Institute. So their prices, and they hiked them bigger than the minimum wage hike. So who does that hurt? The poor, all right, who go to, and I'm generalizing now, but they buy from the lower priced establishments. That's where it hurts. Not only that, 73% of fast food locations had reduced employee hours. So yeah, you're getting your $20, but instead of working 35 hours a week, you're working 25. Okay? And 70% have outright cut people. Bye, we can't afford you. This is what socialism brings. An imposed wage brings poverty. So just go to Havana. You got to go to Montreal, get on a plane, and fly down there. Take a look. I did. Smart life. So I am overwhelmed with mail from all over the world. And I like that. That's a good thing. Bill@BillO'Reilly.com. I throw some of the mail away because you don't have a name and a town on it, which you have to be considered. It's hard enough for me to read the mail, and I got people helping me to do it. All right, now, there's a theme emerging in the mail to BillO'Reilly.com, and it's anxiety. There are a lot of people who are afraid. So I got a concierge mail the other day from a 75-year-old woman who has some assets, but she's afraid that the government is going to take them away from her. So she's asking me if she should take her money out of the bank. And I said, no, that's crazy. Got to be in an FDIC insured bank, okay? But no, don't do that, because the wealth tax is going to be very hard to get passed. Harris will try if she wins, but I think the Supreme Court will blunt, which is why Harris and Walz want to pack the court. That's why they want to. It's much easier to impose socialism. But anyway, the elderly woman, I hope that I calmed her down. So I am seeing a rise in anxiety over this election. That is why the concierge membership to BillO'Reilly.com is becoming a must for a lot of people. If you have a personal circumstance that you are worried about, you tell me what it is, and I will advise you. I can't give you financial advice or medical advice. I'm not an accountant, and I'm not a doctor. Tell you what I would do. All right? So, smart life. We're giving you this opportunity. It costs a little bit of money, but you make it back if you give anybody a present, because you get huge discounts on all of our stuff. I have tried to make this a fail-safe, all right, where you don't lose any money, but you gain a year's worth of premium or concierge membership. Smart life. Growing number of adults say they don't want kids, all right? This comes from Pew Research. Under 50 Americans, under 50 years old, 57%, they don't want them. That's a lot. They don't want them. All right? They think they're going to be a hindrance to their economic welfare. They'd rather concentrate on other things. That's a personal decision. Should be no derision in the decision. You don't want kids? That's good, because you don't want to have a child who you're not going to care for. It's the most important thing on earth. If you have them, you got to give them everything. Okay. But that's the trend. You all know that due to cancel culture, Mike Lindell and MyPillow no longer have the support of their box stores or shopping channels. So they want to pass those savings directly to you. Thanks to their dedicated employees, MyPillow has hundreds of products, some you may not even know about. To spread the word, they are having a $25 extravaganza. For just $25 each, you can get 2-pack multi-use MyPillows, 6-pack towel sets, sandals, and more. For the first time, get premium MyPillows with all new Giza fabric, any size, any loft level, for just $25. This amazing offer will not last long. So please visit mypillow.com or call 1-800-869-0298. Use promo code BILL for free shipping on any order over $75 today. That's mypillow.com, code BILL. By now you have heard me talk about Delta Rescue. They are a fantastic organization that helps rescue animals from the wilderness. You know, I'm a dog lover, so is Leo Grillo, the founder of Delta Rescue. It is his life's mission to provide everlasting care for these once abandoned animals. I myself have donated to Delta Rescue. Do you believe it is part of man's duty to care for dogs and horses, the animals that so much of our history is tied to? If so, please consider making a donation or consult your advisor about leaving a gift in your will or trust. There can be some tax advantages, and it's a great way to help Delta Rescue accomplish their mission. So please visit deltarescue.org to learn more. That's deltarescue.org. Okay, let's go right to the mail. We got Frank Rossetti from Uxbridge, Massachusetts. Bill, please explain how Kamala Harris has reversed policies on most of the Biden administration, but still is sitting vice president, supposedly representing the current governing body. She's entitled to her opinion. She's really not vice president anymore. She's a candidate now. So yeah, she's reversing herself all over the place, trying to get votes, but that's normal. Nobody imposes anything on candidates. Michael Stevens, Homer Glen, Illinois. Is it safe to assume that Michelle Obama will not show up at the DNC and announce she is running? Yes, I believe that, Michael, that is safe to assume. Alex Oliveria, Cairo Montanate, Italy. I think I got that right. Cairo Montanate, Italy. O'Reilly, I followed you since Fox days, and I reside in northern Italy. I follow you on YouTube. By the way, BillO'Reilly.com is not accessible in Italy. We know that. We are working on that. Some European countries block us, but they can't block YouTube. All right, my question is, when the Trump sentencing arrives, wouldn't a jail sentence secure a win for the Harris campaign? There's not going to be any prison time for Donald Trump. In fact, I think the sentencing will be delayed until after the vote. I think that the feds will step in if there's any kind of trying to manipulate this in the election process. I believe I will be borne out, Alex, and thank you. Northern Italy is beautiful. Love it there. Thank you for watching me. Teresa Bailey, Murray, Kentucky. I've been watching the riots in the UK. It's turning into a civil war. I feel this could happen here. Number one, it's not a civil war. It's the extreme right in Great Britain who hate immigrants. They were there when I was living in 69, 70. We called them skinheads. They hated the WOGs, W-O-G-S. Same thing. It's a very small group, but they cause a lot of destruction. There's no civil war, okay? There won't be a civil war here. Ryan Davidson, Phoenix, Arizona. Is it my poor memory, or did the Democrats have the House and Senate from 2021-22? Could have passed anything they wanted. How can they blame Republicans for policy shortcomings? So the Senate was 50-50. And that means that they didn't get many bills to the floor, okay? And then COVID hit, and that just obliterated all policy. Regis Frank, Monument, Colorado. Aside from the bizarre story about dropping a dead bear cub in Central Park, what the heck has happened to RFK Jr.'s campaign? Doesn't have any money. Can't get on the ballot. Doesn't have any workers. It's over. Bob, concierge member, way to go, Bob. Bill, watching your interview with Victor Davis Hanson was a true delight. The information shared by you both was revealing and important. You know, he's a good guest. Very, very smart guest. No doubt about it. Richard, concierge member. I'm a new concierge, and I can hardly wait for Confronting the Presidents to arrive. That will give me time to finish reading Killing the Rising Sun and Killing Patton. Two best World War II books. Rising Sun and Patton. You want to know about World War II? There they are for you. Okay, you got, about 4 more weeks of summer. Be able to read if you'd like to. And then Confronting the Presidents, as mentioned, out September 10th. Please order in advance so we can get it to you quickly. All right, we got humongous pre-orders coming on in. So get that. Then you don't have to worry about it. We will not charge you until we ship. So there's no, pre-order, easy. And you get discounts if you're a membership at BillO'Reilly.com. And then we got the mugs. We were giving you a big discount on those. Stand up for your country. Team Normal, one of my favorites. Cup of No Joe. Joe needs a cup of No Joe. And Not Woke. All together, political memorabilia, BillO'Reilly.com. Word of the day, do not be a coxcomb. C-O-X-C-O-M-B. Coxcomb. No good. Thank you for watching the No Spin News. To watch the full episode anytime on BillO'Reilly.com, please sign up to become a premium or concierge member. Visit BillO'Reilly.com to sign up and start watching today.